All right, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to use your smart cuff BFR units and how to get them on your legs and how to start pumping it up in the correct way. So you're gonna notice you already measured out your sizes. So for me, I'm gonna be using these for my legs. I'm gonna show both legs. It doesn't really matter which way it is, whether the smart cuffs logo is up or down. It's really personal preference. I like to have them both up just because I'm a little OCD, but by all means, it doesn't matter. You're gonna notice when you look at this, you have a velcro attachment here. You have your little plug here, your little valve, and in these two little straps here, if you can zoom in a little bit on this, Arash, you're gonna wanna open them up first. So these two straps are important. This is what keeps the seal on. So now, I'm gonna stick it around my leg, like so. You're gonna go through this loop here. You're gonna wanna make sure the valve's always on front, not necessarily on the bottom, either up above or on the side, that way there's easy access to it. You're gonna make sure you wanna have full enclosure. If you measured yourself right, there should always be full enclosure of the cuff. There should never be a point when you see space between them. So there needs to be some sort of overlap on the cuff, which you see I have now. You wanna get it as high up as you can as possible. You don't want it down here sliding down. You wanna get it as high as possible up on your thigh. After you get that full enclosure, what you're gonna do is you're gonna prop down the Velcro here. And if you can zoom in a little bit on this, with these two little straps, how they're open, that's why you wanted to open them. Now you want to close them off. This is going to keep that cuff from moving at all anytime on you. So we have a pretty nice and snug strap. I should be able to slide a couple, like my 4 fingers under there, but there shouldn't be a ton of space. And you're going to see I do have overlap. I have an inch of overlap, meaning this is the right size for me. After getting it on yourself, you're going to take the pump that was provided for you. You're going to snap it in. You should hear a little snap. That's how you know it's in. Snap, off. So once you hear the snap, you're gonna know it's in. Now using the pump, you can zoom in a little bit on this section. This little valve, this is when it opens, and then when you turn it down, it closes. In order to pump it, it has to be closed. If it's open and you start pumping, you're gonna notice that there's no air going in and the valve is just not, the pressure readings aren't going up. So you wanna close it. I will measure your limb occlusive pressure inside the clinic and also tell you what numbers to pump it on so you don't have to worry about that. So for this example, I'm gonna pump it to, let's go 140. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna close the valve all the way. You're gonna make sure your leg is nice and relaxed. You don't wanna tighten up while you're pumping, completely let it relax. Ideally, if you can sit, you don't wanna put too much pressure on it either, okay? So you're gonna tighten it up. You're gonna pump all the way to 140, which you see here. Once I get it to 140, I'm gonna tighten up my thigh a couple times. I'm gonna do this about 5 times. Tightening, you're gonna notice the pressure is gonna be changing a lot. And then I'm just gonna move my hip around in a couple different areas. What this is doing is it's getting air evenly distributed throughout the entire cuff. Because now when I look at my pressure reading, it went down about 20, which is normal. So we're gonna pump it back up to my target pressure, which is whatever we're gonna set it at. Now that I'm at 140, then you're just going to detach, and now you're ready to perform blood flow restriction training.